What's up, everybody? Back again with another exciting video. Wanted to talk a little bit about spray foam insulation. Hope everybody's having a great day today. It's a nice, bright, cool, sunny day down here in Georgia. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to my videos, go back and check out my other videos. Pretty informative stuff. As always, check them out. If you like them, give me a thumbs up and definitely share and subscribe. Want to talk about, like I said, I want to talk about spray foam insulation. You're probably asking, what is spray foam insulation? It's a polyurethane type of material that's used in lieu of the fiberglass type bat insulation. It's more efficient. A little more costly. The initial cost of the product is a little more, but you definitely get that return back on the back end. I've been in attics where the spray foam is up on the roof lines, and down here in Georgia during the summer, the attics, they get pretty hot. They can get 100, 150 degrees easily up in the attic during the summer. I was doing the inspection on the furnace in the attic during the summertime last year, and it was like 75 degrees. It was pretty much the same temperature as the interior home. It's when you spray foam the roof portion, the roof line portion of the house, that it's considered part of the interior of the house as well. So you would want to condition that. But I'm bringing you, I was allowed to come in on a crew that they were in the process of installing. They were spray foaming the house, and I was fortunate enough to be able to film, get some pretty good footage. I couldn't stay in there long. During the installation phase, it gets pretty toxic, and I didn't have the proper uniform. I guess I needed more of a hazmat type of outfit. I didn't have that, so it was very toxic. Couldn't stand there long. I got you some footage, but there are basically two types of spray foam insulation, and you can go online and Google. I'll include some links. I'll include some more information at the end of the video, explaining more about this particular material, but you can always go online and Google. But there are basically two types of spray foam insulation. There's an open cell, which is more of a lighter, more of a porous type of material. It's typically put that in the walls, on the roof line, up in the attic. And there's the closed cell type of spray foam. It's a heavier, more dense, less porous, more costly. They typically do that down on a basement or crawl space. They'll do that on the walls of a crawl space or a basement wall foundation. But bring you some good footage. If you guys have got any questions or comments about spray foam insulation, just hit me up. You can always email me or throw some comments down below in the description. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I got some other good stuff coming. I got one coming that I think everybody would like. I don't want to spill the beans right now, but hope you guys enjoy this. And I'll come back later, and we'll talk about it. And he's spraying the roof line right now. I want a phone. Like I said, in Georgia, we're required to have an R30 in the roof. Like I said, that's equivalent to an inch. An inch of spray foam is equivalent to about an R6. So pretty cool. know, man. I know. I can only stay here for a little while. These fuels are toxic, man. I'm about to get out here. Okay, I'm on the third floor, top level. As you can see, that they have completed spraying the whole top floor. They sprayed the roof line and all the exterior walls. And this is a closed open cell. You know, remember, they have a closed cell and an open cell type. Exterior walls are all open cell, and the roof line, as you can see, they are down on the main level now spraying. I'll try to get you some footage down in that area as well. I'm gonna go down to the main level here, try to shoot some footage on that level as well. But they have completed the top level. As you can see, all exterior walls, the roof line. They are working on the main level, and they still have the basement to do. And they started this project about 11 o'clock this morning, and now it's almost 3 o'clock. So they still have part of the main level and a whole nother floor to go. So this is not an easy project to do. It's definitely time consuming. So I'm gonna take you down to the main level see if we can get some footage down below. Like I said, it's really loud in here, and the fumes are toxic, so I don't want to get... There you have it. Brought you some pretty good footage from a crew. They were actually installing or spray foaming the exterior walls and the roof line. Like I said earlier, I couldn't stay in for very long. I didn't have the proper attire, if you will. That the spray foam is very toxic. So I could only stay in for, 5-10 minutes at a time. So I did what I could as far as giving you actual footage. Always remember there's the open cell spray foam, and then there's the closed cell. The closed cell is a more, the R value on the closed cell is a lot higher. It's more of a firmer, more dense type of a product, typically used down in the basement or foundation walls. You got your open cell, which is a lighter, more porous type of material, typically in the exterior walls and on the roof line. R value per inch is typically around 6.5 to 7, as far as the R value. Down here in Georgia, we're required to have R13 in the exterior walls and R30 in the roof line. So, on the exterior walls, we're looking at, I typically, when I go out do an inspection, I typically get around 5 inches of depth, which is, around R. It's definitely a lot higher than what's required. Like I said, it's R13. You may get, you get 5 inches. You get, got up around R30 in the walls, because it typically runs 6.5, sometimes 7 per inch of R value. The roof lines down here in Georgia, we require R30. I typically check, make sure it's at least 5.5 inches. I take a ruler stick, jam it in, and I get a depth, and I'll go through and check in different places throughout the house. But remember, if you're interested, you can definitely retrofit this type of product on your roof line. I would look into doing that. Find your competent contractor in your area that's familiar with spray foam insulation. And on a smaller scale, if you go to one of the big box hardware stores, if you get a can of the great stuff, that's essentially what we're talking about. A can of the great stuff. This is just on a much larger scale, if you can picture that. But essentially, it's a can. You go to one of the hardware stores. I won't mention their names, but one of the big box stores, I even some of the other stores, and get a can of great stuff. This is essentially what we're talking about, but on a much larger scale. So find your competent contractor if you're interested. You can retrofit these crawl space, basement, roof line. Like I mentioned, I think I mentioned this earlier, that I've been in attics in the middle of summer when it was 95 degrees outside, 97, and in the attic that was just spray foamed, it's maybe 2, 3, 4 degrees higher than the actual interior of the home that's being conditioned. I would also look into, especially if you have mechanical units in the attic, I would also look into doing this. Typically your unit, your brother furnace, water heater, they're not as efficient, and they work a lot harder in a heated type of environment. That's your air handler during the summer. And if that air handler in your attic is operating in a conditioned area, say 72 to 75, as opposed to trying to operate in an attic where it's 120, 150 degrees. It will work a lot. It would not work as hard, and it would be definitely more efficient. So I would definitely look into that simply for that reason. Down here in Georgia, a lot of homes have air handlers, furnace up in the attic, and they tend to, during the summer, you got that fan blowing, you got your evaporator coils on that furnace, and they're up in the attic operating at an attic that has a temperature of 120, 150 degrees, which makes it work a lot harder and won't be as efficient. So look into that area. Look into spray foam in your attic. You can retrofit these on an existing home. Trying to do it in the walls would be crazy. The labor to try to do that would be crazy, but definitely on the roof lines, in your attic. And if you own a crawl space, maybe the walls end up under the floor on the crawl space, or in the basement, the ceiling of a basement. So you're trying to make the attic and maybe the basement part of the entire finished conditioned house. You're trying to encapsulate that house. So it would be more energy efficient. Your units won't have to work as hard to cool or heat during the summer or winter. So look into that. If you have any comments or questions, as always, you can shoot me a comment, or you can hit me up on an email, and I will get back with you. And go online and do research before you sit down and make a decision about this. Go online, do research, find your competent contractor. I like to use the word competent because there are a lot of incompetent contractors out there. I meet them all the time. So find your competent contractor that's familiar with this particular product and the installation process that's involved with that. With that one, I am gone. I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I got some more stuff coming, so stay tuned. This is Saturday. I'm out riding around enjoying the weather down here in Georgia. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.